to call to order the Tuesday, January 20th, Brooklyn City Board of Education regular board meeting. Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neal.
Here.
Mr. Hubble.
Here.
Mr. Rafter is absent. Mr. Hazaruni.
Here.
And Ms. Crawl.
Here. Will you please stand for the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Resolved that the Brooklyn Board of Education approve the Board of Education agenda for January 20th, 2026 as recommended by the Treasurer and Superintendent. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neal.
Yes.
Mr. Hazaruni.
Yes.
Mr. Hubble.
Yes.
Ms. Crawl.
Yes. In order for the board to fulfill its obligation to complete the planned agenda in an effective and efficient fashion, a maximum of 30 minutes of public participation as it pertains to school-related topics will be permitted at each meeting. Each person wishing to address the board will approach the podium and state his or her name and address. If several people wish to speak, each person will be allotted 3 minutes until the total time of 30 minutes is used. During that period, no person may speak twice until all who desire to speak have had the opportunity to do so. The period of public participation may be extended by a vote of the majority of the board. Would anyone like to speak?
My name is Kristen Gardner, 4131 West 48, Cleveland, 44144. Okay, my son is an 11th grader at Brooklyn High School. I'm here today, sorry, I'm not a public speaker, and my son has struggled, but because of open enrollment, I've saw firsthand how this policy can change the direction of a child's life. My son was always in private schools his whole life. We thought it was the right path for him. But when he hit high school, things changed. He started to struggle, not just with grades, but with his spirit. He was unhappy and anxious, and as a parent, it was heartbreaking to watch him lose his spark and feel like he was stuck. The most surprising part was my son actually was the one who brought Brooklyn High School to my attention. He did the research himself and found that there was open enrollment and came to me and said that he think he needed a change and that he'd do better at Brooklyn High School. It was heartbreaking to have him do this, but it obviously was the right decision. If this district didn't have open enrollment, my son would still be stuck. Because he had the choice to move, he is a different person today. His mental health has done a complete 180. He isn't dreading school anymore, and he enjoys his time there. His education has improved because he's actually in a place where he feels he belongs. He has healthy relationships with his teachers and his peers, something we were scared he wasn't going to have just a year ago. I was told there was a concern about him being recruited just because he plays basketball. Believing this means that someone believes I believe that sports are more than his education. If that was the case, I would have pushed him to have gone to Brecksville or St. Ed's or Garfield Heights. Playing basketball in high school is something that he succeeds in, and he will anywhere he's at. It's a bonus, and I won't ignore it, but it certainly was not the reason he went. I'm a member of this community too, and not naive, and I understand why some people have concerns about open enrollment. I know that people worry about funding, class size, and how it might affect the neighborhood. I understand that. I work in a cemetery here, and I understand how young people are. I respect these concerns. If a policy like this has the power to change the direction of just one child's life and education and save their mental health, to give them a future, I believe it's worth it. And I believe it's worth it for future generations, leaders, medical professionals, business owners, and everybody who has come from Brooklyn to know that Brooklyn is a leader in education and put Brooklyn High School back on the map. My son is proof that when we put a student's needs over a zip code, amazing things happen. He's finally found his way, and I just wanted to thank the Board of Education for having open enrollment and allowing him to thrive in his future. That's all. Oh, and he was on the superintendent's list this year. having over a 4.0, and he struggled with ADHD his whole life and always struggled in school, and he's thriving in every possible way now. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you.
I want to thank you for speaking. I know how difficult it can be to put your personal information public, so thank you for sharing your experience with us. All right, we will move on to the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Board of Education, Ms. Crawl, Board of Education. Ms. Gardner, I just want to say thank you. I do know your son. We talked many times, and he is a phenomenal kid, and Brooklyn is very lucky to have him. So thank you for taking that risk. Do appreciate it, and thank you for speaking tonight. Quick update for the board. In front of you, you will have the hurricane renovation update. If you go through the document, I did send this home to all of our families, put it out on social media, Facebook. Just kind of goes through all of the projects kind of from start to finish, and what the community investment was with each of these projects. Really highlights the opening of the main gym, which has been kind of our first big key project with the renovation. Last page in the document, you will kind of see a timeline of future projects, what that looks like. For the February 3rd board meeting, I'm going to go over renovation timelines. I'm going to have Grant and Randy here from D&J. Okay, the board has any questions, and Rob will also go over that 5-year forecast. So it'll be a good work session. I plan to do this again in May or June. Probably try to do it again in the fall, probably do it again in the following spring, so that community is getting every 5 to 6 months of an update with regards to the project. Rock?
Yep. Question, will we have it in here? Should we have the meeting in here? Will we do video with them? We might have a bigger crew.
Yeah, I mean, I have
Maybe move the meeting in here.
I have a PowerPoint. I can absolutely do it in here. It's either way, it's fine. So if you
I'm just throwing it out
no,
there. Just
it's not a bad idea.
Because they're going to, it'll probably bring a few people. I would hope it would.
Yeah. Well, need to say we can tape it then, and it can go out.
That's true too.
So
Good.
if the board's okay with that, I'll okay. So we'll make that move to in here. We'll notice it. Move it.
Everybody's okay with that?
Everything okay? Consensus? Okay. And then I hope everybody enjoyed the cold day today. We will be back in session tomorrow. Just kind of philosophically, moms and dads, parents, I always try to get that notice out as soon as I can. Social media, Facebook, website. Parent Square is very important. Make sure you're signed up, and obviously the news stations as always. But that's my report for this evening.
Thank you.
Oh, one more thing. Congratulations to Mr. Neal. He's the board president at Polaris right now, so congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Weren't you going to announce that?
Any questions on that? Okay, then we will move on to the treasurer's report.
Good evening. Just want to start out by saying the bond interest that we received for the month of December is $107,044. That was a little bit, actually doubled over what it was the prior month. And the reason why is because we had sold some of the investments. I did the $3.1 million drawdown, which I had talked about doing. So that did happen in December. And with that drawdown, some of the investments were sold, and there was some additional money that was brought in. So that's why that was doubled for the month. That money has come over into as a transfer of cash. So it is now in Red Tree's general fund pocket. So it's invested in that area rather than in the bond. Let's see. Yeah, but the drawdown was $3.1 million. Let's see. We had interest in the general fund of $69,842. That brought the year-to-date interest to $481,566. We did receive the first advance for the second half of fiscal year 26. That came in at $653,000. We'll get another one next month, and then the final settlement will be in March. I'm not sure what those amounts are because we don't usually the the advances are based on how much they've collected up to that point. The 5-year forecast, originally it was supposed to be due February 16th. They pushed it back to February 28th. So I will be discussing that at the next work session, February 3rd. And then I'll have that for the board on the 17th for approval, and then submitting that before the 28th. Let's see. As far as the expenses for the month, we are running at 47.9% of budget, so we're doing good with that. Personnel and benefits are running about 76%, which is about average for what we should be doing. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Any questions? Okay, we will move to board committee reports and comments from board members, and we'll start with Karan Hasruni.
Thank you. Just wanted to say that we were all able to make it to the January 3rd grand opening of the gym, and it looked fantastic. It was a really cool sight to see everybody there, and just not the gym I grew up in. It's just really cool to see. It's just a beautiful start to the renovation process. I got to personally say I'm really excited about the auditorium and the music wing. I think that's going to be it for us. I think that's going to be the showcase piece, and I'm really, really excited to see what that's going to look like based on what we saw at the gym. March 5th from 5 p.m. until 8 p.m. The school is, I'm sorry, I apologize, March 5th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's going to be the 4th Annual College and Career Resource Fair. What they're going to do this year that's a little different, they're going to do on-the-spot interviews. So if you are looking for a position at another company, parents, the community is welcome to the career fair and to check that out. And also February 26th from 5 p.m. until 8 p.m., the Brooklyn Chamber of Commerce is having a networking event at TGI Fridays. We'll send out details as we confirm them, but that is all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Jason Hopple.
Thank you. Alumni Association met earlier this month. On March 21st, we're going to do now the second annual community open house and spring extravaganza. That'll be from 11 to 1. The rec board meeting was canceled this month. Next one will be in February. Just a reminder that the Brooklyn Hall of Fame nominations are open. You have until March 1st to nominate somebody if you feel they deserve it. Reminder that Night at the Races are February 21st. If you haven't gotten a seat or table yet, please contact Michelle Hilku. The Brooklyn Early Childhood Center will be holding its first resource fair. This is going to be Thursday, February 19th from 5 to 7 here in the Beck Center. It's open to all families with children's ages 0 to 8, whether you live in Brooklyn or you are a non-district family. Any family that needs resources, it's going to be a great opportunity to come and get that. There will also be dinner, prizes, and giveaways. February 19th. Thank you to everybody that came to our gym grand reopening. It was an awesome event. It looks beautiful. And finally, thank you, Mrs. Gardner, for what you said. Takes a lot to get up here and speak in front of everybody, and I really appreciate it. So thank you very much. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Rocky Neal.
All right, thank you. First off, by technology, we have a meeting, I believe it's next month, February, beginning second meeting.
17th.
Yep. 17th. So that's the only committee that I have committed to. Then the other one is my Polaris board meeting. I did hand out to you guys a copy of what they have to do now is a student follow-up. When they graduate, they have to follow up to where they at, college, working, military. So 83% of the 2025 graduates are in one of those 3 columns. It's a lot of work to do for a lot of kids that leave there. So I just handed that off to you. Some of the stats are in there. what they're doing, post-secondary education, 4-year colleges, 2-year college, adult trainings. So you can go through it as well. And maybe one day we can get it broke down from Dr. Claris.
Got it. You got it.
I'll throw it all on you.
That's what I do. You're good.
Exactly.
It's all good.
And what else? Oh, had the opportunity to tour the 26,000 square feet ERA, the Electronics, Robotics, and Automation area. It's beautiful. The machines aren't in there yet, but the machines will be in there coming in the summer for the Electronics, Robotics, and Automation, and it's going to be amazing. So Mr. Hubble has asked me if we can have a meeting there. So I'm going to leave that up to you with the superintendent. We'll put it together.
So maybe later this spring, once it's up
I would
and
say
running.
April,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I'll get there.
yeah,
Sure.
I mean, you could see
Work
the-
session?
Yeah, a work session. We'll do a work session out there in April or whatever we can work out. I
I'll
think
let you guys know.
it's just a nice place to have a meeting and just see what everybody's tax dollars get put towards. The last thing, where'd my note go? Had it here somewhere. Anyway, I think it's the last thing. That might be the last thing I got. Oh! They'll be handing out in the fall first grade coloring books from Polaris, just so you know. I could leave this one here, or I could leave, show your wife. Kids. Ms. Gardner, good job. Appreciate your insight. Thank you very much. It's something that we all need to hear. You know, sometimes there's a lot of negatives about this stuff, but we got a good, solid story, so we appreciate you. Thank you very much. Glad he's doing well. Good. And that's the end of my report.
Thank you. Let's see. The Wellness Committee doesn't meet till February, so I'll have an update then. The Domestic Relations Commission met last week on Wednesday, had a lot of ideas. As I discussed last year, it's not the Domestic Violence Commission anymore, it's Domestic Relations, so it's anything that has to do in the city where somebody might need some resources, whether it's teen dating or domestic violence or just a family that needs help. We discussed working together with the wellness group, with the food pantry here in the Family Resource Center here, and seeing how we can support. So hopefully at the next wellness meeting in February, we'll have some ideas. There is a law enforcement officer that's part-time in Brooklyn that is a resource for referrals when there is somebody who needs the extra help. So she's very interested in getting involved with us. I think she did talk to Paula at one point, but did not realize that she was retiring. So I had to give her that news. Like I said, lots of ideas that were floating around, nothing concrete yet till I meet with the Wellness Committee and Dr. Claris to see what kind of support they can give. But they're really looking into helping with and getting involved with the Family Resource Center.
Outstanding.
Providing resources for everything, especially our kids who might be leaving the district at 18 and maybe they don't have a good family life, or maybe they're foster child and they're just kind of like being let into the world and they need to have resources in case anything. So I'm really excited. They had some really great ideas and they're really interested in participating at home days again, and we did the Christmas cards for the Broken Point and the Avenue, so a lot more to come on that, and that's all I have. So we will move on to the treasurer consent agenda.
Okay, I have 4.1, resolution to approve the minutes of the Board of Education from the December 16th meeting and the January 6th organizational meeting. I have 4.2, resolution to approve the financial statements. 4.3 is the approval of the consent agenda.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neal?
Yes.
Mr. Israani? Yes. Mr. Hubble?
Yes.
Ms. Crawl?
Yes.
Item 5.1, resolution to approve Educational Service Center of Northeast Ohio Audiology and hearing impairment services agreement 25-26 school year. Item 5.2, resolution to approve Educational Service Center of Northeast Ohio visual impairment agreement 25-26 school year. Item 5.3, resolution to approve the memorandum of understanding with the Brooklyn Education Association to add girls varsity flag football as a OHSAA sponsored sport. Item 5.4, resolution to approve purchase from school bus bids received by the Ohio Schools Council. Real quick, I will just say this bid was going to be typically a July 1 or after purchase. We've recently had one of our buses in the fleet go down, so we escalated the purchase to this spring or this January. We will not be this is the purchase that would have been in lieu of next year, so this will be the purchase. We will not be purchasing that bus for the 26-27 school year. Item 5.5, resolution to approve interagency agreement with State Support Team 3, 25-26 school year. Item 5.6 and 5.7 are resolutions to approve the Brooklyn High School and Brooklyn School Program of Studies for the 26-27 school year. Item 5.8, resolution to approve Brooklyn City School District January 2026 revision to the Student Wellness and Success Fund Planning. Paul is required to, we did approval originally beginning of the year. Paul is required by state board policy to revise it or to meet again, and then if any revisions, to change the revisions. We had some minor tweaks to the wellness plan, so that's where this revision is for. No funding impact on us. And then item 5.9, approval of the consent agenda.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments? Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neal?
Yes.
Mr. Hezaruni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubble?
Yes.
Ms. Crawl?
Yes.
Thank you for that. Item 6.1, resolution to approve long-term substitute Title I tutor for first grade. First grade, excuse me. Item 6.2, resolution to approve staff retirement of Mr. Zafka and Mrs. Manley. Item 6.3, commendation for retiring staff member Mrs. Manley. Item 6.4, resolution to approve classified staffing additional hours as noted. Item 6.5, resolution to approve staff resignations of a building monitor and a long-term sub. Those are both effective dates in there. Item 6.6, resolution to approve supplemental assignments for teaching. These are some of the clubs we have going on, so these are hourly supplementals for staff working with kids. Item 6.7, resolution to approve classified on-call subs. Item 6.8, resolution to approve employee unpaid leave of absences. Item 6.9, approval of the consent agenda.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments?
Real quick, could I add Mr. Zafka? He was left off there to 6.3 to commendation for retiring staff member, just as a note. Yeah, my apologies for that.
Congratulations to both.
Congratulations.
I got a comment. Logan Henning?
Yes,
Good. That's a good hire.
Logan does.
His dad, that's a whole different story.
Logan does a lot for us, from coaching to working tables and this and that. So Logan's all in with Brooklyn. So it is appreciated him filling in.
His dad's great.
Bob is a wonderful man.
4 years on the board with him, you'll know.
Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neal?
Yes.
Mr. Hezaruni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubble?
Yes.
Ms. Crawl?
Yes. Is there any other business? Okay. The announcement of the next regular board meeting of the Board of Education, Tuesday, February 3rd and Tuesday, February 17th. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Shearhart, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Neal?
Yes.
Mr. Hezaruni?
Yes.
Mr. Hubble? Yes. And Ms. Crawl?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.